boyfriend's friends call me fat and ugly, and my boyfriend doesn't defend me. Disclaimers is not my story time. I sent me on Instagram. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 3 months. We're both in our early 20s, and his friends are a tiny bit older. Some of these guys are already married, but they always try to convince my boyfriend to not get married. And here's how things started. A few weeks ago, we all had a pool party. They all brought their wives and girlfriends, and all of these women have had plastic surgery. I'm talking BBLs, lip filler, everything. Me, on the other hand, I'm completely natural. I'm on the skinny side, so I don't have a lot of fat in my body. That means I don't have a lot of curves. But my boyfriend has told me time and time again that he loves my body. We're both really attracted to each other, and I've never in my life been told that I'm ugly or fat. I'm not sure how it came up. During the pool party, the men started rating all the girls at the party. They were trying to do it behind our backs, but I happened to hear the conversation. No, my boyfriend didn't say anything. He kind of just stayed quiet. Guess who they started with first? Me. They said I was a hard 4, that I didn't have a womanly body, and that my face was too angular. And one of them straight up said she's kind of ugly. They all started to laugh, and they rated the rest of the girls there. Everyone else was pretty much a 9 and a 10. But the entire time, my boyfriend stayed quiet. It's obviously really upset me. Went to the bathroom and just cried for the rest of the night. My boyfriend came looking for me part 2. My boyfriend's friends call me fat and ugly, and he doesn't defend me. Disclaimers in my story time. Send me on Instagram. I basically spent the entire night in the bathroom crying. My boyfriend came over and knocked on the door. He instantly started apologizing to me. He knew that I had heard the entire conversation and told me that he was sorry. I asked him why he didn't defend me, and he said that he didn't want to go against his friends, that they were his only group of friends, and that he didn't want to get on their bad side. I told him next time he needed to defend me, that if he didn't do it, then I would. And he said, please don't get into a fight with them. They're really cool guys. I ended up leaving the party, and I didn't say bye to anybody. A few weeks later, I had to hang out with them again. But this time, they started talking about the way that I was dressed. One of them said that the dress I was wearing made me look really pudgy. And again, they would all laugh. And yeah, they said all of this in front of me. I looked at my boyfriend and said, are you not going to defend me? And they all started laughing at my boyfriend. By the way, if I haven't mentioned this, they all went to the same sorority, so I think they still have that sorority mentality. One of the wives that was there thankfully stepped in and told them that they needed to leave me alone because I looked good. A few hours later, somebody was talking about kissing, and one of them asked my boyfriend what it was like to kiss me because I had 0 lips. I instantly stormed out of the party. My boyfriend followed me. Part 3 is call me ugly and fat, and he doesn't defend me. Disclaimers in my story time and send me on Instagram. They told him it must have been awful kissing me because I had 0 lips. Instantly ran out of the house and went to my car. I was so humiliated, and once again my boyfriend did not defend me. He followed me to my car, and I asked him if he loved me or not. He said he did love me, that his friends and him just had a different way of talking about girls. I told him that hurting my feelings was not a different way of talking. A few hours after I got home, one of the wives started texting me. She told me that his friends spent the whole night bad-mouthing me, and that essentially they were trying to convince my boyfriend to break up with me. They kept telling him that he could do better than me, that I was simply just not pretty enough. Finally, my boyfriend did tell him that he thought I was beautiful and that he liked me. That's when they all told him that he needed to get glasses. That's when she told me her theory. She said that they probably found me somewhat attractive and that they didn't want my boyfriend to be with me because they wanted me. I feel like that's a little bit far-fetched. It's kind of like the thing in school they tell you. If a boy bothers you, it means that he likes you. Maybe it's true. Either way, I told my boyfriend that I would never hang out with his friends again, but I am thinking of breaking up with him. Can't believe that he wouldn't defend me, not even a little bit. And when he did, I wasn't even present. Also, the way they talk about women is just disgusting. I do love him though. What should I do?
Am I wrong for threatening to cut my parents off financially to stop my brother from proposing at my wedding? I, 27 male. I'll start this off by saying my wedding is scheduled for April because my fiance, 25 female, has always dreamed of a spring wedding. And I really like the idea too. I have an older brother though, 30 male, and last Saturday I was called over to my parents' house to talk about something, but they refused to tell me what it was until I got there. They even sat me down with my brother and told me that my brother wants to use my wedding as a perfect day for him to propose to his girlfriend. I was instantly mad and told them absolutely not, but they ganged up on me. I ended up so enraged to the point that I, one man, somehow backed all 3 of them into a corner. I told them that if they want to do this, they'll not only be uninvited, but I'll also cut off the financial support I've been giving monthly since they paid to have my golden child brother go through college by taking out a second mortgage. I landed a decently high-paying job and have been sending $500 to my parents monthly to help ease their mortgage. And I didn't ask for a stake in the ownership of their house either. It was entirely goodwill and I can cut it off anytime. I left without speaking anything more to them, but my brother came to my home the next day to yell at me, saying that I ruined his big chance because now our parents are siding with me and say they'll evict him if he tries to propose at my wedding. He said I was financially blackmailing our parents and that he just wanted a good chance to propose because he was afraid his girlfriend might leave him soon. And if he tries to propose at my wedding, I will have him thrown out. That's not a maybe, but a definite. I said that was his problem, not mine, because my wedding day is not about him, and I doubt his girlfriend would appreciate her proposal followed up and being tossed out by a bouncer. Honestly, I don't think any girl really likes getting proposed to at weddings. Like, I don't know why guys think of this idea. It's so lazy. He yelled a few choice words at me, then went crying to our only surviving grandparent, our maternal grandmother, and she called to try and read me over the phone. No surprise, my brother heavily embellished the version of the story he told her, but she still sided with him after I gave her the real story. She tried to hold her ground, but the verbal backlash I ended up giving her left her crying. That got back to my parents, who are now pissed at me for taking things this far. No, you didn't, your brother did. But I told them that I only went that far because I had to when they were all trying to get me to let my brother use my wedding as a springboard for a proposal. They ended up agreeing with me, but still stated they feel like I'm crass. And my brother showed up at my home again to scream at me, and I hope I'm happy with myself for not allowing him the opportunity. I thought I was entirely in the right at first, but maybe I really did take it too far with my brother.
We were at a wedding 2 days ago. A friend of ours was getting married. Many of our friends were also invited since we're all a huge company and we know each other. At some point, the girlfriends, partners, wives of the guys were left alone at the table and we kind of chatted and left the rest of the men to have some space on their own. So this guy's girlfriend, that guy is also a friend, was with us at first, but after a while she got up and started going around her boyfriend. She would not leave him alone, and me and the other woman found it extremely disrespectful how she kept following him around and not giving him space. So I called her name and told her to approach me for a bit. I kindly told her that she was being disrespectful by following her boyfriend around and not giving him space to spend time with other men and how she should sit down with us instead. She said, "Thanks, but I'm okay, don't worry about it," and left again. I followed her and told her that she's looking like a clown for following her boyfriend around like a lost puppy and she better act serious, and that's when she got all pissy and told me to mind my business and how this doesn't concern me. Then her boyfriend came to me. Again, her boyfriend is also a friend of mine and told me that I was out of line for trying to police what his girlfriend does and where she goes. He told me that she has social anxiety and it's one of the few public and crowded events that she's attended in a while and doesn't do well with strangers, which is what we are to her. I told him that I was looking out for him in case she annoyed him by following him around, and I just thought that he should have some space. He told me that I should have minded my business and not to get involved.
Am I wrong for wanting to be a part of my best friend's birth? I, 24 female, was asked by my best friend, 25 female, if I would be in the delivery room with her when she gives birth. I was surprised when she asked me, but I was excited because that's a really beautiful and personal experience that not many people besides a spouse, partner, or close family get to be a part of. But we have always been friends since elementary school, and I've always viewed her like a sister and thought it was amazing that she viewed me like family as well, and I accepted. My best friend's husband, 26 male, got really mad when he found out I was asked to be in the delivery room. He and I have never really gotten along, and he rarely says a word to me when we're all hanging out. We don't argue or openly dislike each other though, and I just figured he wasn't a very sociable person. My best friend still wanted me to be there despite her husband not being okay with it, because it's her decision, it's not his. She's pushing out the baby, not him, so whoever gets to be in the delivery room is her choice. At first, I just thought he wanted it to be a private moment for him and his wife, and I was prepared to tell her that I would not intrude and I would just come visit her after the baby had came and they had settled in a bit. However, it was revealed to me that her husband actually didn't want me to watch her give birth because I am attracted to and have dated women. I was a little confused because I didn't see how that had anything to do with the situation. The story comes out that the reason he never speaks to me or acknowledges my presence is because he doesn't want his wife to be friends with the woman who likes women. He doesn't want me watching her give birth because that means I'll be looking at her naked and it might make me attracted to her or want to hook up with her. He said that I had probably had a crush on his wife for years and I was just waiting for the right opportunity to get with her, and he forbid me from being in the room with them. I informed him that unless my best friend personally told me that she no longer wanted me in the delivery room, I was going to be there. Some friends have told me I am just being petty and could cause unnecessary problems in their relationship. I think that it is my best friend's decision who gets to be in there for her.